Hello, welcome to the Cup Night channel. My name is Shane, and my setup is a little different than I normally do in this video because I got all my art supplies out on my table that I've been using in this room. Uh, yeah, and so today I'm going to be bringing a message to you using tarot archetypes and a little bit of astrology using the positions of the planets we can observe with our eyes with telescopes, otherwise known as true sky astrology or real sky. Yeah. So today's Friday, and that is in honor of the planet Venus. And as we can see, Venus is right here, and I have it set to today, November 28th, 2025. It is approximately 2:51 as I'm recording this, where I am. That is PM, and Venus is in Libra. Mercury has retrograded back into Libra. It's kind of in this box here in the constellation of Libra. Venus has broken out of the box and is headed for Scorpio. So, yeah, Venus is the ruling planet of Libra. So Venus is very much at home in this constellation. There is this emphasis on equality, harmony, things balancing out, restoration of justice, peace, Thanksgiving, if anybody celebrates that, you're watching this. Well, happy late Thanksgiving. For one, I did not record a video yesterday, so I wanted to do one today. It is it's Black Friday, right? It's the shopping day. Whether you like that or not, it is ongoing today, and I find it interesting because Saturn has been retrograde since like mid-July, and it stations direct today on Black Friday, the color black associated with Saturn. And on the pre-shuffle, we ended up with, let me self-censor here, the devil. You can see that kind of dealing with a different lighting situation here. So sorry about the darkness, but kind of goes with the message, right? Yeah. But there's also this chariot card underneath. So victory, right? Success. And a blank slate, because for the archetype, we've got the empty room. Number 42 coming there, or 6, which is funny because the devil is the 15th arcana. So if you reduce that, you also get 6. So we have double 6 energy here, which again is this idea of like balancing, this like stabilizing of things, peace, love, those kinds of things. Yeah, so yeah, this energy feels nice. It feels very calm. I'm not getting a bad vibe from the devil card, so I believe it's showing up in its exalted form for us today. Just really harping on this idea of Saturn. And I find it so fascinating that Saturn stations direct on Black Friday. Like how appropriate. So yeah, I'm getting, if you've been doing a lot of work, if you've been really devoted to something for the past like 4 months or maybe even longer, Saturn is now, from our observation, um, it's going to appear to move forward in the sky again, right? Because before it was appearing like it was moving backwards. Not that it was actually moving backwards, it's just an illusion because of the way the planets rotate around the sun and the different speeds that they travel, things like that. But illusions are symbolic, right? They hold symbolic meaning. So it's not that it doesn't mean anything, it's just that it's things might not be what they seem, right? And the way I like to think about retrograde planetary energy is that it's just a weakened state of the planet. So Saturn is all about hard work, devotion, commitment, karma, right? Long-term things. It's the old wise archetype, the ancient one, the guardian of the barrier beyond, right? It used to be the last planet that we could observe. Well, it still is with our naked eyes. It's the farthest planet we can observe with our naked eyes without the use of technological instruments. So, yeah, Saturn is a gatekeeper in a lot of ways. And now the gatekeeper is stationing direct and allowing us to move forward with this energy again. So if you feel like you've been stuck, if you feel like you've been giving it your all to something and putting a lot of time and effort in, well, you might start to see some forward movement related to those things. So, yes, very exciting times. And also holidays, right? It's just, there's a lot going on this time of year. The energy is very chaotic. Even today, it's just been all over the place. Uh, and now we're all, for those who celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or holidays like that, everyone's starting to gear up for those holidays now that we're past Thanksgiving. Uh, yeah, so just very busy times, a lot happening all at once, right? So we're going to start the message with a saying. I've got this set to sayings. Just one is all we want right now. It's got like 12 up there, so I'm just going to randomize and see what we get. I'm going the whole 9 yards. Yeah, I've actually had this one before. This one has come up uh, in one of my readings I did a couple weeks ago, I believe, maybe like 2 weeks ago. The number 9, which is a completion energy. So yeah, once again, it's like something's wrapping up and we're getting kind of a fresh start. There's an empty room here. There's um, a blank canvas that we can fill in however we choose to, right? And it's related to this hard work that we've been putting in, right? This dedication, this commitment. If I wasn't censoring this, you would see the masculine and feminine figure on this card are chained to a black rectangular structure underneath the devil there. So it's like, but it's a willing, like their chains are loosely hanging around their neck, so they could easily just take them off. They're choosing to be devoted to this thing, right? And if they're not careful, it can very easily become like a god to them. It can take their lives over, right? That's like, being a workaholic, you become enslaved by your work. You pour all you have into it, even though maybe that's not the healthiest thing, right? You need balance. So Libra, right? Venus and Libra, you need that balance. So don't let something completely consume your life. You have to balance it out with your relationships, with self care, your spiritual commitments, whatever that means for you. It's a different thing for everybody. Uh, and work, right? There's many aspects to life, and we can't just pour all of ourselves into one thing. So, yeah. But in this case, the saying here is kind of saying, like, I am committed, right? Once again, this devotional energy, Saturnian energy coming through. I'm going the whole 9 yards. Like, it's okay to express that you are devoted to something. Because that doesn't mean that you're giving it all your energy all the time, right? It just means that it's in your awareness and you are choosing to devote some of your energy to this thing and you're choosing to see it all the way through to the end. So yeah, I love that. Commitment and a fresh start of some kind. So yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes. Let's start with some archetypes here. I feel like I always get burpy whenever I do these recordings, so sorry if I have to pause. I don't know why it turns out that way, but it's just the energy welling up within me, I guess, whenever I tap into these messages. All right, let's see what we get here. I'm just going to draw 3. More. And on the bottom, wow, I saw this on the pre-shuffle too. It was underneath the empty room, but it's coming out again, the forest. Yeah. Things may have been a bit dark and scary, but you are now finding some kind of structure. You see that structure in the middle of the card? It's like a kind of like a diamond, uh, oval, Vesica Pisces shape jutting out of the ground there. It's like you have made your way through the dark, scary forest, and now you have found some kind of shelter, some kind of reprieve, right? Some kind of peace. Let's see. What else do we get? The kiss. Yeah. You're joining together with something. And once again, this devotional energy coming through. You can see the hands holding each other there and what I think is the moon eclipsing the sun, but it's like a kiss, right? It's like two celestial bodies coming together to create a unique moment in time. The stone, yeah, something solidifying. This goes perfectly with that Capricorn Saturnian energy. The solidification of something materializing, stabilizing. And the vow, yes, commitment, devotion, yes. Wow, this one's coming through very clear. I'm liking this a lot. Yeah, number 54, which comes to a 9, so I'm going the whole 9 yards, right? The vow, the commitment. This goes perfect with that saying. I love it. So your commitment, your dedication, whatever you have vowed yourself to, is being recognized here. This is confirmation for you that uh, your work has not been in vain. It is recognized. The energy recognizes all of the love, all of the time, however you have been pouring into this thing. Yeah, and there's success, there's victory there, right? And there might be something unexpected coming in from someone in your life, right? Page of Cups. This is a new energy, a fresh, unexpected energy, right? Page of Cups always makes me think of surprises, something surprising, something creative, something you never would have thought of, right? It's like all these things come together to make you realize, oh, there's a fish in my cup. What's that about? What is this fish? Why is it there? Yeah. All right, let's get some cards, some tarot, see what wants to come out here. I hope everyone is having a great time with their family and friends, whoever that is to you. Um, yeah, it's always good to, I mean, Thanksgiving, right? Be grateful for all the things that we do have. Focus on the positives and reinforce those positives, right? It's good to be aware of the negatives too, but you don't have to dwell on them. You don't have to give them your all of your energy, right? You don't have to get stuck in that muck. Sometimes we do, but one way to pull yourself out is to be grateful. Look at all the things in your life that you have to be grateful for. And yeah, it'll start to change your mood. It'll start to change your mindset. Focus on the silver lining, right? Yeah, celebration. This is like the Thanksgiving card of the tarot. Three of Cups. Celebrations. Yeah, this is a time of celebration, giving thanks, coming together, being grateful for the time you have with others in your life. Yes, love that. Yeah. Oh, wow. Strength. Yep. Some Leo energy coming through here. Yeah, I mean there is strength in celebrating, right? There's strength in gratitude, in being thankful for all the things that you do have, and for recognizing that the time with family and friends is very precious and very healing. It gives you strength, right? Your support system. Get one. Oh wow. Okay, and then wow, justice. Yeah, Libra coming through. There we go. Venus in Libra, right? So yes, there is some kind of balancing of your energy because justice and strength. You are balancing your energy in a very harmonious way. Yeah, with the Three of Cups, right? Maybe these times of coming together with those you love is kind of refueling you, like getting you geared up for this next leg now that Saturn's going direct, right? Um, you know, you should have this new surge of energy, this new momentum behind you. I'm feeling one more, so I'll get one more here. Cards are just popping out today, so that's fun. Oh, yeah, there's another one. Okay, yeah, Knight of Wands. I saw this when Justice popped out, but I didn't take it, and now here it is again. Excuse me. Knight of Wands. Passionately moving forward, right? This is that surge of energy, right? I mean, this is double fire. Knights represent fire, and Wands also represent fire. So this is like, to me, this is like the jetting ahead card, right? Taking all this strength, all this balanced energy, all this celebratory energy, and just like using it to fuel your movement. Yeah. Yeah. Past the depressive, stuck energy. You may have been feeling this before. A lot of times the holidays can bring about these feelings of sadness, seasonal affective disorder, I think, sad. Um, so that's what this is reminding me of, that a lot of, there may be a lot of these kinds of energies around too, especially this time of year. So if you are feeling this, focus on the positives, everything you have to be grateful for. Raise a glass and celebrate everything good in your life to get away from focusing on all the things that you have lost, right? Look at those 3 cups on the ground. He's focusing on the things that, this person thought were the good times, and maybe they're thinking, well, I don't have anything in my life now. But I guarantee you, if you look around and you're really honest, you'll see that you have a lot to be grateful for, especially even if you just have somewhere to go where you can just be at peace. That's a huge thing to be thankful for. So let's get a figure here. Camel. Oh, resources. Yeah. This like once again, this the camel, and it's a shadowy, it's a black camel, right? It's like, to me, this is that like devotional energy coming through again, because camels are very like, they can store water in their humps and be hydrated for long periods of time. They can carry a lot of weight. They trudge through very harsh environments very steadily, very focused, committed, to the journey. They are very hardy animals, and they can get you through rough times. That's what, they make these crazy treks through the desert, through the harshest environments. And to me, they're just this like, they're a symbol of a wealth of resources through the difficult times, right? Yeah, through the difficult times. And underneath this 5 of Cups, we have this supportive 8 of Wands energy, right? This is that surge of energy I was talking about coming in right behind you. And it's coming in. Oh, and look at this. Again, I had this combo in one of my. Oh my gosh, actually, this is crazy. Look at this combo. Hold on. High Priestess, Empress, the Moon. That is like super intuition. Like, this is this is happening for you. And you've known for a while, and maybe it hasn't been exactly clear with the moon, because the moon can sometimes be like muddled energy, unclear circumstances, shadows. Um, but with the Empress and the High Priestess paired with the moon, that is like, you have been very secure, the Empress, in your knowing, in feeling this energy and tapping into this energy, and knowing that it was coming through, despite what the environment was showing you, despite the shadows, the valleys that you've had to go through. You've been like a camel, right? You've been trudging through. You've had all the resources you've needed all along, and you've really stuck to this like very supportive High Priestess Empress combo energy to get through it. And look, 5 of Pentacles underneath those powerhouse cards, right? This is what you have overcome recently. Feelings of lack and depression. You've beaten these. You use them to transform you. And you've been like a camel. Like I said, you've just been trudging through that desert, coming to this far more stable place. You are your foundation now. Like, that no matter what reality is throwing at you, you've learned the tough lessons. You have a reason to be self assured, to be self fulfilled, because you've proven to yourself that you can make it through, that you have everything you need within you. This 9 of Cups reminds me of this camel energy too, because it's like, look at him. He's got all these things behind him, and some of them, who knows what's underneath that blue veil, right? But he's got all these accomplishments, like trophies above his head, and then who knows what resources, what he's hiding behind that veil, right? And look at him. He's so self-assured. He's just sitting confidently. Like, yeah, I can handle it. Once again, 9 coming through, going the whole 9 yards. The camel, they're going to go the whole 9 yards because they have what it takes. They have what it takes to go. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Thank you, Camel, for being with us today. Let's get some nouns. Man, these messages have just been so light recently. Like, these readings have just been very light. A twist. Hmm. Once again, a twist, right? Something unexpected. Something surprising. Some turn of events is that you're not expecting, that keeps coming up too. So on your journey, very soon, if it hasn't already happened for you, there's going to be some turn of events And I feel it's a very positive thing. Maybe not for everyone involved, but for the viewer specifically, for the person who this message is for. Um, yeah, it's gonna be like have you feeling like this. Look at that. I mean, this just looks like those Eight of Wands are coming off of his back. Like that Knight of Wands is going so fast forward. Like the momentum is insane. Like they're just jet fuel, right? I had that in one of my other readings that came through jet fuel. Very exciting energy. Okay, let's just get three. Thank you, Spirit. Please give us the most relevant words to this message, what we need to know at this time. Sometimes some surprising words come through here, so I'm excited to see how this goes. All right. Expert. Mist. An egg. Yeah, egg. Egg is that new beginning energy. The empty room, right? Like a blank slate. Like, and also kind of a surprising thing because you never know what's gonna hatch out of that egg, right? Until it does, until it shows itself. The fish in the cup. Just like popping out like, here I am I what you thought I would be? Usually it never is. Usually reality completely takes us off guard, and a lot of times it's better than we ever could have imagined. Um, Mist is giving me this idea of like a fog, right? Of like the dark, scary forest, kind of like things being unclear, kind of that moon energy too. Um, but you've trudged your way through the mist, through the hallucinations, through the self doubt, through the illusions, and you have gained some kind of expertise. Yeah, look at that expert. I mean, and plus, I'm not surprised that this expert energy is coming out because, you know, I mean, still, I cannot believe these three cards were all stacked right next to each other. High Priestess, Empress, the Moon. Like that is such a crazy combo. It's like super feminine energy. Also, the number three makes me think of the Mother Maiden Crone trilogy, right? Trinity. Yes. I really don't think there's much else to be said about this. Yeah, you're coming out of a very murky, mysterious leg of your journey. And, Saturn has been retrograde in Pisces, and Pisces is that murky, mysterious sign, right? Things can be very illusory. But now that Saturn is stationing direct and starting to move forward again, it does have that shadow period, right? To move back over that retrograde path that it just did. So it started here, moved this way, and now it's going back. So it has to retrace its steps. And then it'll get back to that point where it started to go retrograde and start to move forward again. So there's still this kind of like buffer period of like things are starting to pick up, but maybe they're still not quite clear, right? That misty energy, but you have the ability to see through it. You have the ability to tap in to what you know beyond, like, so self-assured, right, Empress? Look at her. She's just chilling on that throne. Both of them are. They're both very self-assured energies. So you're very in tune with your intuition, with the energies that you have been picking up on. So you're not going to have any problems trudging ahead. I mean, even strength and justice is such a powerful combo. I didn't even realize, pointing that out until just now. But like, yeah, the sign right before Libra is Leo, and then here they are showing up together. So this very creative, balanced, intuitive, feminine energy is just like right behind you and through all of this. And you are an expert in this. You're going to be just fine. You have really solidified some kind of commitment that you have been giving tons of affection to, right? The kiss, the vow, the stone, right? Oops, sorry, this one. Yes, that super solid commitment energy right here. You see through the darkness. You see the forest for the trees and for the forest. You have the ability to zoom in on the minute details and to zoom out to the bigger picture. Underneath the forest, we've got the masculine showing up too, the king. And you have the ability to take action on your intuitions, on your inner knowings, and to align. I mean, look at that. Look at those lines on this card. They're very aligned. A very pleasing pattern, right? And that ray in the middle kind of shining forth from the palm of the hand. That gold at the fingertips. I mean, what else needs to be said? You're stepping into a very abundant part of your journey. High Priestess, the Moon, Justice, Strength, all of those coming out together is just, yeah, you're good. You're good. You're an expert. All right. I don't really have much else to say about this. This is just really cool energy, very supportive energy. Also, I'm not surprised that we have so much feminine energy coming out here because I forgot to point this out. Venus is conjunct Lilith. You can see they're both at, excuse me, 14 degrees Libra. Uh, Black Moon Lilith is at 14 degrees 38 minutes. Venus is at 14 degrees 33 minutes. So Venus is like, this conjunction is applying right now. Like the energy is increasing and then it'll start to kind of fade. But this is kind of that supercharged feminine energy coming through. That's why I'm not surprised we had the Empress, the High Priestess, and the Moon all come out together because this perfectly explains why. This is the energy of the moment, right? Very balanced, very dark and mysterious and intriguing, sexy, feminine energy coming through. All in the seventh house, too. So you may find this playing out in your relationship with other people in your life right now. They might be seeing you in this light, right? Very mysterious, but also powerful and so sure of yourself, so confident in your abilities. So cool. All right, let's get some advice with some verbs. Whoops. Here, let's see. I'm going to reduce these to just 3. I saw fail, follow, record. And to me, that is, since this is advice, right? That is the recommendation that even when you perceive that you have failed, um, you need to follow through and record why you think it's a failure and then keep going, right? Don't let your failures be your stopping point. Let them be your lesson point. Let them be your learning point. Okay, that didn't work. Why? Why didn't it work? Why do I think it didn't work? What can I do differently next time? How can I try this again and not do the same thing, but tweak it a little bit and see if that makes a difference, right? Don't let your failures be your stopping point. That's what I'm getting from that. But let's see what else wants to come through here. Strap, attend, amuse. Huh. Okay. So with strap, I'm getting this like strap in, right? Like buckle up, right? Because guess what? Oh, here, let me put them how I had them before. You're blasting off, right? I mean, once again, jet fuel, rocket fuel, you are going to have so much momentum behind you, supporting you in this next phase of the journey. So strap in, attend, be attentive, pay attention to those things in your life that need attention, right? Don't put off the small things, because if you let things start piling up, you're going to lose that momentum. They're going to drag you down. So when things that need to be handled come into your awareness, handle them. Make a plan. Take a break. Sit back. Really be in this balanced, strong energy. This very intuitive, nurturing energy. Just sit back like that Empress, relax, and think, what resources do I have at my disposal right now that I can use to solve this problem? Who is in my environment that I trust, that I can celebrate with, that I know I can lean on for support in order to get through this problem. You know, don't let it freak you out. Just realize that life does this. It throws things at you. It tests you. You know, it wants to know how far can you go. And you have so much support behind you. So you're going to be able to attend to everything you need to. And amuse, this is that awe energy, right? It's the there's a archetype in this deck, agape. It's like shock and awe, right? Or just being so amazed by everything. It's just amusement, right? I have a feeling this is going to be a very exciting next part of your journey, and you're going to be so amused, so like incredibly just like, how is this happening for me in the best way, right? Like, how has my life become this good? Well, it's because you did the work. You did the work on yourself. You spent the time to really learn who you actually are, what lights you up, right? What what starts that engine for you, what gets you going. And now that you've figured out, you know how to move into this energy, move with this type of energy, right? You're the expert for this flow. Yeah. So the advice is to just strap in, attend to the things you know need to be attended to, and get ready to have a really good time. Get ready to be amused. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's so good. Okay. That is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here with me. I am very grateful to um, have had the time and the space and the energy to bring forth these messages. I love doing these. I know at this point in time, they're not really getting a lot of attention, but I am devoted, right? I have made a vow to myself that I'm going to stay the course because I know this is what I need to do. This is where I'm putting my affection, my energy, my love, right? And I know that eventually it will stabilize. I will see, physical results from my efforts. I will have made it through the forest because of the work and energy that I gave to this, the actions that I took. You know, it's not always just about sitting back and receiving. There's a time for that, and there's also a time for action. It's that balanced energy. It's that strength, that balance. You know, these two cards together is a powerhouse, right? I just realized we have the Three of Cups, and then the Moon, the Empress, the High Priestess. Like that's who these three figures on this Three of Cups is representing. You have you have that triple goddess energy supporting you in what you do, right? In the actions that you're taking. This is that masculine energy coming out, the Nine of Wands with the Eight of Wands, your jet fuel energy. So you have both. You're balanced. This is great. Keep it up. This is just a very positive supporting energy. I'm so glad to see it. There's nothing negative here at all. It's saying that you are the expert. You have all of everything you need to continue on in your journey. You're doing amazing. So just keep it up. Stay solid, right? Stone. Stay committed. The vow. And, you know, be intimate. Be real. Be sensual. Use that life force to connect with others, you know? That's how we find our real connections is by being authentically ourselves, and the ones who appreciate that will stick around. They'll see you for who you really are, and that will create such a deep connection. But you already know that. You already know that. And right now I'm just there's so many messages coming through, right? It really feels like I'm just being rained down with this very positive energy right now. But you already know all this. This is just confirmation for you, and I hope it helps to uplift you even more than you already know that you're being lifted up, right? Okay, let me actually close it out now. So thank you for being here with me. Um, if you like the video, please like it. Helps the channel grow. If you have anything to share, comments below. Please be courteous, cordial, nice to others. Um, yeah, yeah, we want to lift each other up. We want to be each other's jet fuel to the moon, to the stars, and beyond. As always, take care of yourselves. Keep your heart open. Bye.